It is Channel Sport on Sunday. My name is Ken Ochonogo, and you're welcome to the program. We have different eagles. They are all eagles. They all represent Nigeria. You know, when you play, I think it was last month or 2 months ago when the female footballer said, "Blatter, we are taking you to court. We can't be playing artificial turf while the men are playing on natural grass." So, but apart from artificial turf, natural grass, so we play on hard court. For this, not tennis, but then this is sand. This is the endurance, football. When you run on the beach, when you try, I don't want to go endurance training. When you train on the beach, it's like we are training on the stairway, you're climbing up and down, you're fighting against gravity and coming down. So the beach eagles, the sand eagles, the super eagles on sand, they've been representing us 3 times. The other countries have come to Nigeria, the Copper Lagos, and we've conquered. And this time around, today is the last day of the competition. They said that the day before yesterday. We shall go there, but not now. We shall go there and get a feel of what is going on. And some of you who want tickets to be there, we still have opportunity today to win more tickets. And when you go there, you can go there and watch and enter. This is the live. This is the 3 of the particular competition. But apart from that, also we talked about the athletics challenge. Everything's talked about football, and you saw Annie was there last week, and they said the coaches, this is off season, but let us get our act together. Let us get our people active, and let us have an innovation. And the coaches it is a coaches challenge. The coaches pick your own athletes, come and compete at the Testing Balogun, and they did that on Friday. We shall go. The year is rounding up, so when the year rounds up, what do you expect? You need to see who is the best in all, who is the best sportsman. You know, we're not just talking about the best footballer, the best boxer, who has been the best athlete, your sport person of the year. You are going to have the opportunity to pick it yourself. You have to say, yes, this is who I have. We have only 2 short lists, but that will not debar you. Go out of that list. Tell us who you believe should be the sport person. You're going to start today, between now and the next 3 programs. So probably by the first Sunday of January, we'll have your pick. The fans, you pick who your best athlete of the year for 2014 is. Male, female, we are combining. We're not making, there is no discrimination. You go to jury or go to senior who you believe that has excited you most in 2014. Then football. This is the silly season in Nigeria. Also January transfer window worldwide is also coming up. So we look at all that. Today, the Armageddon is happening in England. It is to be the battle of Britain, the battle of England. But now, those teams, I don't know the last time Liverpool won the league. So Manchester United taking on Liverpool is just a kind of a pride at stake, not Man City taking on Chelsea or Man City taking on, the title contenders. That has been how the show is. But it is bigger than any football event you can think of, and it is happening in England today. Nodi is back. I don't know if he has add on weight. I made a mistake before Nodi went on leave. I would have given him a scale so that when he comes back, he went to the fat meal room. Nodi doesn't have fat. And I'm not starting with him. Yemi, welcome back.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, viewers. It's good to be here. It's been a fantastic sporting year. That's talking about 2014, talking about Formula One, talking about boxing, football. It was a World Cup year. And really, exactly, really trying to choose, because for me, the World Cup is the greatest sporting event. Yeah. As far as
is it greater than the Olympics?
Some people, arguably, some people will say yes, Olympics, but we have more countries participating and more events. Yeah. Really, but the followership the World Cup enjoys. It's always exactly intense and always unprecedented. So, generally lifting the World Cup, I feel for the year 2014, a member of that particular winning team should be nominated.
I have a platinum in the house. Okay, Nodina, I can tell you welcome back.
Yeah, good afternoon. Good afternoon to our listeners. I've added with. Well, for every food I eat, I do 50 sit-up. Okay. So that to reduce the purpose.
Okay. You're throwing tantrums.
Don't worry. For every water I drink, I do 4 other steps. Okay. Well, it's nice going to take a rest, trying to look at how you can do your job better. It's not a way of running away from work. was trying to stay, when you say step aside for some time and watch from the other side so that you can see better ways of doing things. And that's what I did. I'm back on the show. The year 2014 has been an exciting year. Yemi mentioned the fact that the World Cup is the biggest is this sporting event? Yes, because the Commonwealth game came up this year. You can't take away the World Cup from any event. They were separated from any event. 4 years' time, the World Cup is going to be the biggest thing before the Commonwealth Games will come up. And the World Cup has a lot of attraction. Some players will not be scared of injury prior to the World Cup year. But during the World Cup year, they are scared of injury because they know any injury you lose out. You lose out of the World Cup. You lose out of the party. It's a party. That's why most of the team goes there with their best players. They can go as far as getting their best player, even from anywhere you want to get your best player, you can. It's like going to a party for exclusive class of 32 countries, and you don't come up with your best clothes.
Anyway, I like them. That's another talking point, and it won't be bad if we also look at that when we do call it, or when you follow us on channels_sports. You will get them on the bar Twitter handles at Ken Ochonogo, Michukonda. You get all our Twitter handles, but you can follow us on at channels_ at Ken Ochonogo. Let us hear you. Let us get your passion. Is the Olympics, is the World Cup bigger than the Olympics? I mean, they've been trying to justify that, but I do believe that yes. When you have football is one of them, no matter how they hype it. Sunday will have cricket. When you have cricket World Cup, tell me that it is bigger than football. And then but let us want to start with the football. Actually, that is what we start here now. So let's start. I want to start from La Liga. Messi, Suarez, minus Neymar. They drew blank at Getafe, 4 points behind Real Madrid. Is it too? I mean, are they not gelling? What's the problem with Barcelona?
I really want to say that for me, that game yesterday was disappointing. When I heard the score, even at halftime, that it was still 0-0. Yeah. Neymar was not on the bench. Neymar didn't even make that particular
measure.
He didn't even travel. Barcelona has a team that yet to come up with the exact reason why Neymar was not in that team. But for a team with the likes of Messi and Suarez, you will expect that they would get that particular win. Going by the fact that earlier on, that was on Friday, that Real Madrid were able
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Irrespective of the fact that Ronaldo didn't have a very fantastic game. He got a brace. Yeah. Yes, but and you keep wondering, how would somebody not having this kind of not having a fantastic game and yet was able to come up with 2 games? That's 16-16 for them at in all competition.
20 in all competition.
20 in all competition. 16 in La Liga. So for me, Real Madrid is a team on fire. But for Barcelona, I expected that they were going to at least close the gap and put more pressure on Real Madrid, thinking that one day they would fight, but unfortunately they let the opportunity slip them. So for Neymar not being in that team, it's not about gelling, really. I think it was just an off day for them, because if you saw the previous week, you saw that particular strike from Neymar. It was out of the world. Exactly, and you must give it to him. That's the kind of player he is. But with Messi and Suarez, with the likes of Pedro, Iniesta, you still feel Barcelona will come to the party and grab the 3 points. But unfortunately, they were not able to.
Nodi?
Well, that's what you expect from every team. Once a team is having a checkout season, you expect performance like this. Real Madrid have had that, I think it's 6 years ago, they had that. So Barcelona is having that. By the time it became Barcelona all through, even at one point, the tiki-taka style of football became almost impregnable. That no team can withstand the heat from the tiki-taka kind of football. But suddenly we've not seen that. So when you have change of technical crew, you're going to have that break in consistency, and that affected Barcelona. I'm not saying because every coach will come with a new system. When
Enrique actually is supposed to be
I mean, somebody grew up in that.
Between Pep, Villanova,
Martino. Yeah. And too many changes.
Just one person in a short period of time. Just one person in the midst of 3 La Masia, Barcelona kind of structure. So there's going to be a break. But you don't expect Barcelona to show up every time to want to do well. But Real Madrid is showing that consistency. They may not play very well, but you get the result. But in La Liga, it's a long way. It's a long way to go. It's a long trip, even though we see how Atletico bring down their neck. Last season, Atletico was not among the top 2. They were third. They were chasing. They came in between the top 2 teams, Real Madrid and Barcelona. And suddenly they came on top.
But even on the last day, Barcelona still had the opportunity.
So the La Liga is a long way because we still have some other teams who are struggling for their life, battling, trying to get some other result. But Real Madrid is having the roller coaster ride so far, but it's still a very long
20 straight wins.
20 straight
No
wins.
draw, nothing in all competition. I mean, these guys are firing. They are firing on all cylinders. Time for the Maderistas, La Blancos. Those of you who are there, I know that yes.
And they're still looking at showing up. They're not resting on their hands. They're even looking at doing business in the January transfer window.
Yeah.
That shows you the fact that
I'm telling you that somebody that they're looking for Aguero and Sterling.
They're looking at Aguero, yes, and Sterling. They are trying to offload. They're looking at offloading probably Bale or Benzema if that to be able to get Aguero. But however that pans out, only time will tell.
I hope that will fall in line with the fair play.
Fair play. That's another.
It is the Christmas season. Maybe before the next show, before the Christmas show, we shall give you update on that. But Cristiano Ronaldo just went there and bought his teammates wristwatches of about £3,000 each. £3,000 for each person. And Pepe said, "I'm Father Christmas." He went there and bought 9 tons worth of food. You can get a tonnage and distributed it among those people who needed to be fed at this point in time. These are people with hearts of gold. And you can't, I mean, it is emulation. What we see it in Nigeria, what we see our athletes, because when you are well, of course, you won't be well paid. It's just unless you are well paid. I'm confusing myself here. I would like to say when you are well paid before you can do that. But what's the heart doesn't, you don't have to be well paid first. But if these guys are stars, we are hearing of even our footballers who are riding sporty cars here now in Nigeria in the league. I saw one that were exhibiting one guy in a bar driving in the night with one of the lovely cars. But they should have that these athletes, these are stars, should to look back, go back to where they came from, look for those people who at this period in time, of course, it comes from the heart for you to say you want to give it. I would not say it is charity. I think it has to be humanity. We look at it as humanity, not as charity, because charity have that disdainful, thing on it. I'm sorry, I might be wrong, but when you say it is charity, it's that you are trying to do somebody a favor, whatever. But when you say it is humanity, you are looking at yourself as an extension of yourself, as we all moving on.